So, if everyone is ready, we are playing a little bit of Warhammer. Now, we have got 4 pre-generated characters that these lovely, lovely people are playing, purely just because I don't know, it didn't cause as much chaos as it should do, but it caused some chaos. So, let's go around the table, and maybe you can all, starting with Lloyd, I think, tell us a little bit about the name, the race, and anything you particularly want to say about what you've got in front of you.
So I've got Gunnar Hrolfsson, a former dwarven jewel crafter, so I guess he's pretty good with his fingers. He had a particularly bad day at some point in the past and took the Slayer's Oath, which, if I remember correctly, basically just you're constantly looking for ways to basically off yourself in the most violent way possible.
Absolutely, bringing
however, he's a bit of a softie, so he tends to get drunk or sad when he fails to find an honorable death, which also gets in the way of him finding an honorable death, which sort of just feeds the cycle. So tomorrow is a good day to die. Let's sit to see how it goes.
Okay. Let's have Andy next.
Hello, I'm playing Elsie Sigblen. Elsie Sigblen. I'm a witch hunter, and I am continuing my career from which my mother was a previous witch hunter. I joined the Empire, as my mother did, to get rid of all the heretics and all who oppose the Empire.
Okay. Jake next, then, please.
You approach me as I'm sitting in a tavern with a very guitar-like musical instrument. My back is to the wall. I'm sitting at a booth. My gaze focused directly on a group of 4 people at a table at the other end of the tavern. As you approach, I say, "Sit down, friend. My name is Cloydus Gruber. Yes, I am the eldest son of Baron Big Barhold of Weisenbrook. However, heir apparent I am not to be. I have chosen a different path." And all of a sudden, I string down on that guitar lute-like thing that I'm playing. And you notice that I did that as the 4 characters at the other end of the bar look over at me, and they see me glaring at them. And a chord is struck. You see, my father, Big Barhold, married somebody of a lesser standing, somebody by the name of Alotta, who was a circus performer that have come to town. And ever since that marriage came to pass, all these courtiers, these court-appointed advisors would speak negatively about my family in court, simply because of my mother's, questionable background. And the lute goes off again, vroom, as you notice that again they look that way towards me with concern. So, why do I find myself here at this tavern at this moment? This tavern with people way below my station? It is because my path was chosen directly so that I could learn the arts of the wind. As the wind speaks and I obtain more power, I will teach those courtiers a lesson. I will put them in their place. They will learn how to respect me and my family. As for losing my inheritance as being the older one by taking this path, it matters not. My asshole of a brother, that's not his name, of course, his name is Gluteus, he could have all the fortune he wants. I will be the one to reclaim my family's name and honor. And as I strum, you notice that my fingers, they look a little blackened. The nails are cracked. Obviously, I have been meddling in things that have been beyond my perhaps knowledge or fortitude to be able to handle. The cowl goes up, and I withdraw back into the shadows.
Sorry, Britt, you got to follow that, mate.
Sorry, I've lost.
I mean, you've had long enough to take a page of notes.
I've lost track.
Oh, that's
right.
okay. My audio doesn't work on stream, so it's okay. Nobody heard that.
Nice.
I am playing Salundra von Drakenberg. I'm playing a lady. I'm of noble birth. I've got noble blood. I'm a soldier, an officer. I believe I've fought for the Empire. Don't know if I'm a mercenary or I'm actually enlisted, though. We'll find out. I think I'm going to be like a no-nonsense kind of woman. If that such a thing exists.
That sounds perfect. That sounds perfect. So there you go, everybody. This is our motley crew of friends. So, we begin our tale today in the sparkling gem of the old world, the mighty Empire of Man, under the leadership of the great Emperor Karl Franz. The Empire of Man stands as a barrier to the impending chaos that tries to dominate and corrupt its people. 4 friends are traveling on a coach from the Four Seasons Coach Company, heading towards the town of Ubersland, where they are to deliver a letter to Blacklock Castle. In exchange for doing this task and making sure this letter arrives safely, they have a promissory note for 5 silver shillings each, and this fine coach to take them there. The journey has been long. You've been travelling for just over 3 days now on the well-used and well-travelled roads of the Empire. The 3rd day, the weather turned a little bit nasty as a storm rages. It's early evening. Ralph Fass, the coachman, pushes onwards to the next coaching inn. Some shelter, safety, and a few beers. Now, for some of you, this is your first time travelling in a coach on the Empire's roads. For some of you, coach travel is a part of the nobility, a part of station. What the fine people do. The peasants, they walk. Those that have the money, they travel on coaches. The rain beats down upon you. You're all sat in the back of this coach, facing each other, 2 on 2. The road is very rutty and dirt, and the forest is around you as the rain teeters down, pittering onto the top of the coach. Any luggage you've got, your bags, any main equipment you keep is on the roof of the coach covered. And you stare, looking at each other. You have travelled for a few months together. Every now and again you come together, you drink a lot, you earn some coin away from your normal jobs as, well, a slayer, a soldier, a witch hunter. And yes, Elsie, you know that Cloytus there, he does have a magic license. He is entitled to practice magic. But you do want to keep an eye on him anyway, because, these magic users can get corrupt very, very easy. lightning and thunder rumbles and strikes, trees sparking. The coach jerks as a wheel catches in a rut on the ground. You can see the coach slows down slightly. Little hatch on the end of the coach above, above Gunnar and Sally's side. They have their back to the front. And you see the Ralph, the coach driver. Ralph Fass, a portly man in his Four Seasons regalia, soaking wet, a hat upon his head. Storm's getting worse. I'm going to get on to the coaching inners, so stop at the next one, whichever it is. Just hold on. It might get a bit bumpy and rough. And as you hear him, he closes the door. The coach jerks up onto its wheels, just rising slightly into the air. Is there anything that the four of you are doing at this point in time? As you hear your bags bang as they raise above the roof and slam back down. Weapons are up there as well. Only small weapons will be with you in the carriage.
My goodness, I shouldn't call this the Four Seasons coaching. Appears there's a certain season it can't really coach well under.
Seems the closest your friends are
smoothing out the ride. Smoothing out the ride.
I'm more concerned with getting somewhere warm, a beer perhaps, some hot food, than you are. You keep your grimoire, your magic book, with you, close to your heart, wherever that is on a wizard's body. As more thunder claps, I would like all of you, please, to make an athletics roll. And it's going to be just an average, so plus 20. So take your athletic, change the difficulty to average, and then click roll. Let's get our first little rolls out.
Success.
97.
Okay. Elsie, did you do that challenging or did you do that average?
I just pressed the roll button. That's what.
Yeah, that was challenging.
That was challenging, wasn't it? So that it doesn't matter. You still failed, but you don't fail as much.
I mean, in my life, that is.
Well, that is true. That is true. You all feel the coach just lift off the ground again. You hear the cracking and breaking of wood, and Solandra, Sally, and Elsie are thrown into the. Well, more than likely, what happens is, yes, you kind of are thrown. You're opposite each other, and you are thrown into the middle of the coach. Your head bang on head, so forehead on forehead. So yeah, and you plunge your heads as the coach comes to a short stop a few meters down, and you kind of just pick yourselves up. And Gunnar and Cloitus, you see these two just kind of whack their heads as if they're headbutting in some sort of ritual tournament. The two ladies, not very ladylike, but as the coach comes to a halt.
Fractured skull.
It's getting worse. Getting worse.
I've got long flowing hair. I'm fine.
Yeah, so have I.
Your hat falls off, although Elsie, with your little feather on it that you bang your head. You, as I said, the coach, you heard some wood crack. And you hear it in the distance, the horn blaring. Oh. You can see the little hatch, voice hatch opens. You see Ralph there. Oh. Sorry about that. We almost went into the river. And that river's dirty as hell. I'm going to need some help moving the wagon, moving the coach. And there's something out there. Don't know what it is, but it don't sound good. Any takers?
When is this help going to arrive?
How far have we got to go? Are we nearly there yet?
Oh, yeah, we're not far away. We're not far away. Oh, I think it's down and round and maybe a mile and a half.
Gunnar, are you going to go and help the gentleman?
Well, I suppose someone's got to.
I see anyone else that wants to? Oh, ladies. Ladies,
I got bloody hell, she's got a hard head. Oh, God.
I can come and supervise.
I
You knocked my hat off. I can get away with that.
Grimoire in a leather protective cover. Tuck it away where I think my heart is, and I will get out to help.
You open the coach door, climb out, drop down into the mud of the road and the ground that is there, bushes.
Yeah.
Trailing part of your robe cloister starts soaking up that water very, very quickly as it's heavy robe fabric you've got. You can see that the coach itself, the horses, there's 4 horses, and they're kind of just stopped. The coach is it almost hit a tree on the side of the road. You can see the river just a little bit beyond there. The river Typhel. If I do this, hopefully you all see the map there, and hopefully it's all zoomed in to the area around Ubersreich, the Grey Mountains, and some of the towns it is. You are, roughly about, he says, can he make it pink? No, I can't, so let's take it. So look at my cursor. Wherever my cursor is, you're round about there. You're on that road north of the river Kufel, just maybe west of Stromdorf.
So how long have we been travelling for? About a day?
3 days you've been travelling.
And how many more days have we got to travel? It's miles away.
You've got one more day of travel, you figure. You've got one more stop. You've stopped every night in a coaching room. The Empire's roads, they may be rough and they may be worn, but every X amount of miles, there's a fine coaching inn. There's road wardens that patrol the roads. But yes, you have got a little bit more to go. In fact, the rain really came on as you were passing through the town of Stromdorf. And it seems that your local knowledge it always rains in Stromdorf. You don't know why, it's the Manchester of the old world. It's always raining. But yes, you stop, you can see the river there, there's trees around you. And you just hear that again, a horn.
Would I've heard a horn before?
Okay.
In the army?
Oh, in the army, yeah, you would have heard a horn before.
Is it a human horn? Is it a green skin horn?
A horn made out of humans, or?
It seems. It doesn't sound like your traditional military horn. It's definitely a fancy horn of some sort. Well, there's trumpets and there's drums and there's lots of things. But no, the roughness of it, maybe it's not normal.
Would a Lore Reichland
give me more information about this horn? If it's a messaging horn, if it's a standard call to indicate something.
Okay, yeah. Anyone that wants to make Law of the Empire, Law of the Right Land roll. Now, the skills on the right of your character sheets are all advanced skills. So you cannot make a roll if you don't have them. And they are, some of them, quite specific. The skills on the left are general skills that most people have.
And I take this will still be a challenging roll.
This
since
one
we're
is
out in the middle of nowhere.
challenging roll. It is a challenging roll, yes.
Well, right.
I'm going to make roll as well.
Oh,
Oh, didn't it? I think by 1 point.
Sula.
I know my horns.
Salanja. And also, even though you failed the roll, Elsie. The horn sounds. You've both heard this type of horn before. Yes, it is a bone horn, often used by the greenskins, or those foul beasts of chaos that a lot of you spend time hunting or fighting. Now, just a little bit of history. We are in the 2513th year of the Empire. And last year, there was a large greenskin uprising and incursion coming down from the Grey Mountains to Ubersreich and a lot of the other towns there. This was put down by the Altdorf army and a group of motley travelers, such as yourself. And there is a little bit of things that you've heard. You heard that it was strangely a dwarf, an elf, a halfling, a Bretonian, and an upstart young knight that were part of stopping this uprising, this incursion. Some strange things. Can't be true because it must have been the army that did it. But yes, last year there was a large greenskin uprising, but the greenskins were driven out of the area, back into the mountains or back into the dark forest. They hide away. So there has a history of bad and evil things in this land. But yes, for Elsie and Sally, you both recognize that is potential trouble.
Bad news.
Is the sound of that horn then coming from the direction we need to go as well?
It's coming from the forest around you. It's hard because the rain is beaming down. There's thunder in the air. There's lightning flashing across the skies. But it's definitely echoing in the forests around where you are. You can't quite pinpoint which direction it's coming from, but it's definitely getting closer.
This is
Feels like we're about to be ambushed, fellas.
this is no Imperial horn.
Well, I'm no military man, but why would they warn us with horns if they were about to ambush us? Really, Gunnar? That would hardly be a surprise.
Gathering more greenskins to their number.
Yeah.
Here's an idea.
So you know where they're going.
Let's take the horses off the carriage and ride the horses. Just leave the carriage. I don't fancy our chances fighting off a bunch of green.
You can see Ralph, the coachman. And bear in mind, it's
Ralph. You can stay with the coach if you wish.
4. Okay.
You could share with the dwarf. He don't take as much room up. I'm thinking of our safety. If we stay here and try and repair the coach,
it's not broken. We just need to move it away from the tree and get it back online.
We just got to get it out of the mud. I mean, surely we'll be safe.
Surely horses on their own are faster than the
let's just get going rather than just
we just
carriage.
Hairs.
All hands on deck. Come on.
I don't want to bang my head again.
Yeah, you've got a very
Well,
tough head, you have.
Go on then, get pushing.
And then make it
I'll
thicker.
watch the forest.
Okay.
Can I see any movement? Because I've got night vision.
Okay. Oh, you can make a challenging perception test if you are going to look through into the forest. There is no lights on here. No one's got any torches or
Yeah, I got night vision as well.
yes.
Is it night time?
It is dark.
night
It is evening.
What was
Okay.
the difficulty on the night vision perception?
Challenging. Everything is challenging unless I say differently.
Okay, yeah.
So unless I say it's going to be something like hard or easy, it is challenging.
Oh.
Now, bear in
never
mind,
mind.
as I said, you do have the ability to reroll something by using one of your fortune points. So if you ever do fail at a task or a test, you can decide to, well, let fortune favour the brave.
How often do they refresh? If at all?
Every session.
Oh, right.
So you've got, what have you got? So some of you have got 2, 3, I guess.
Oh, get them used.
Three fortune points for Cloytus. 3 fate points. Fate points are used to stop a death, basically. Resolve
I've got
is
one.
used to move things, and resilience is used as a thing to use it. But actually, if anyone wants to re-roll it, you basically right-click the result that you've got, brings up a little board, a little tab, and you can use fortune points to re-roll. But there's no guarantee that it's going to be a success.
Yeah, I've only got the 1 point, so I might save it in case it
Yeah, I'm
Mine's
going to
comes back to bite
say.
us later in the session.
Okay, so you look deep into the forest. The rain is now bouncing on your hat. Your face, Elsie, is being kept clear because you've got this brim on the hat, keeping it out of it. You can't see anything in the forest as you're looking ahead as Gunnar and Ralph start to move round and start to work on moving the coach. Is anyone else looking into the forest?
I believe I will be concentrating on trying to push the cart to get it unstuck with the driver as quickly as possible.
I'll be telling them how to do it best as well, advising them.
Okay.
Telling them.
No, Sula, you just
Okay.
watch out for those greenskins. Don't worry about anything else.
It's dark.
a
I
soldier.
can't see.
I can't see properly. The rain's
They didn't
pissing
train
down.
you in the army how to fight in the dark. You just
I'm not in the army. I'm a witch hunter.
Ah, stop your bickering.
not else.
Okay.
Sula.
Right.
Push.
right,
Come on.
okay.
All together. Push.
Gunnar. Okay.
I'm going to kick
Go
her.
onto your
I'll kill them all myself.
Go onto your
My party.
main tab where your main stats are. You've got your current strength. You should get to click that and it'll bring up a strength test. Now, when you bring up the strength test, in the left-hand side, there's a modifier. You've got assistance from 2 people. So you can change that modifier to 20 for this strength test.
Cool.
So that's 20, and then roll it.
Didn't you get assistance from me supervising as well?
Oh, look
Yes.
at that.
You were using your head, so that's probably like a -10.
With the,
I don't need your assistance.
with
I'm,
the
I'm an officer, I'll have you know.
Warhammer doesn't need middle management.
with the
I've
help,
never seen a
You're an officer of
do that
2.
before.
I'm literally just heaving this myself, whatever.
basically, yes.
Moving
Good
it
at you. The fronts with the horses. Ralph is bringing the horses back and trying to get them to use, and you kind of grunt yourself down and you push this coach, and he does a wonderful job. It was obviously with Sally's assistance and with Cloytus's help pushing as well. We're not sure what Elsie was doing.
I was
No.
kicking it. I kicked it.
Kicking it. Right. You managed to push the coach back onto the what's lovingly called a road.
Well done, well done.
You know, all soaking wet. I mean, those that have hats, which are Sally and Elsie, you know, Gunnar's big carrot mohawk. He's now a little bit strung out, and Cloysus's head is a little bit cold now because it's got the hood up, but it's not good. Yes, you managed to watch it. Oh, marvelous, Mr. Dwarf! Marvelous, Mr. Dwarf! Says Ralph. Get back in! Oh, get us going as quick as we can. He kind of. I think the next tavern. I think it's called the Hooded Man, but it's been a while since I've done this route. We didn't run any coaches last year because the greenskins. It was bloody nightmare. It was. But I did see an elf. He was a strange fella, very strange fella. Yeah. Have you ever seen an elf? Oh, not you, Mr. Dwarf, sir, because you don't like the elves that much. Yeah. Anyway, climb on. And he climbs up onto the thing. Oh, sorry. He jumps down, opens the door for you. There you go.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you.
So no blankets to dry you off, but I mean, if you need anything from the top, we could hold on for a minute or two, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Let's just get going.
Let's hurry.
Yeah, let's Vamoosh.
Vamoosh.
Yes, Vamoosh. It is a word my mother taught me that to go faster. Vamoosh.
I ain't ever heard of Vamoosh before.
Sounds Bretonian.
There'll be time for drinking later.
Does sound a bit foreign. Well, you know what they say about foreigners. No offence to any Bretonians. Oh, did you know there's a Bretonian temple? Well, actually, it's like a little chapel in Uber's right. Some say you should visit it, but I haven't found the desire to do it. There's some flipping good pubs there, though. Anyway, he climbs back on. Oh, let's go! And he reins up the horses.
Can I put my seatbelt on?
There's no seatbelts. There's no cushions in the car.
I'm gonna
hard
hold.
wooden seats.
Can I brace myself by putting my feet on opposite chair?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna put my feet up against the opposite side of the chair, where
a foot between
keep your head
either
down.
the dwarf's crotch
Scylla is,
or
yeah.
the wizard's crotch.
So the feet are like.
Well, I don't go anywhere, but if they go anywhere, they go straight into my boot.
Okay. I would like now all of you to make a perception roll for me, challenging.
Perception. Oh, that's the right way.
Wow. Sally is
come on.
obviously too concerned with
Banging my head again.
That's okay. It's only a marginal failure, Gunnar. As the coach starts to move back onto the road, the river to one side, trees to the other side, both Elsie and Cloysus and Gunnar see this creature coming out of the woods. It's got the body of a man, but the head of a bull. Horns, clothes on, carrying a club. For all of you, you recognize this as a Chaos Beast Man, one of the evil creatures that are harming normal people in there. And you can see around, and he's reaching up the horse. Are you just going to do anything as you see this?
Well,
coming out, got a horn on his side.
Wave.
Yes, a few more figures coming out of the forest as well.
Faster!
Elsie, isn't this what you need to deal with?
Yes, I know. It's a beastman. I'm not going to don't drop me off. I'm used to this sort of thing. These things drop easily.
We can't
Go past it.
faster. We can't stop. We don't know how many there is.
Yes.
They might totally outnumber us. Let's not stop.
Yes, it's
So
run it down.
Elsie, your official report is that we hit it on the road, giving it a knocking blow, and it obviously died. And we'll back you up on that if that is a story that you need to report back to.
I haven't seen anything, so
You can
That's
report
nice.
back what you like. I shall report back that you're using illegal magic.
Okay. Well, Ralph doesn't need a lot of encouragement from anyone. Ralph, as a coachman on the route to Ubersreich, feels it is only best to put the pedal to the metal as such, as he reins the horses up and starts accelerating away. You hear the clunk of an arrow impact into the back of the coach.
Oh, good. Somebody else is hunting that beast. Too bad their aim was off and they hit our coach.
the rain's getting heavier. It's making a lot more noise.
I believe that was aimed at you, Sir Cloytus.
Well.
Though, was it? Magic bearer?
All in the service of the of you, of course. I am licensed.
You know I look down on magic users. They're suspicious. Very suspicious.
You've known me for years.
Still.
We've been friends for such a long time.
I know.
I
Once
came
the
into
magic-
this out of respect for you. I would never do anything to disrespect you. I am fully licensed, and I studied under only the best of the elves. My father made sure of that. You know that.
I think the knock to my head, my jiggered or something in my head, but this has been This has been taught to me that magic users are forbidden. I know you've licensed, but I have just magic equals bad. And
I will refrain from using it in your presence. Even if its use might very well save your life.
To be fair, it's not very
Respect
good
for
at
you,
them,
of course.
So
I would appreciate that, good sir. But make sure if you do use it, make sure you kill lots of them. Them, not us. Those may obey.
Well, let's say, I mean, in the time that you have travelled together, there is more than a chance that good old Cloytus has used magic to save your life. He's seen him make a light in his hand or in his staff. You've seen him send darting arrows at creatures that you have faced. You may be suspicious, but he has been quite useful as a young wizard's apprentice.
I'm putting him in his place. He knows where I stand. And I've got to keep an eye on him.
The night draws in, the rain's still coming down. Thunder is roaring above you. Lightning flashes. And as you are glancing out of the window, the ones that are at the back, that'll be probably Cloytus and Elsie. You see the road turns slightly, and you see the flashing of the lightning, a building in the middle distance. The lightning pinpoints its position. You can see lights also in the windows of this building, as you see the warmth and the safety of a coaching inn. A large wooden fence, gated, surrounds the inn and the stables. You can see it's off to the road. There's also a trail going down to a small wooden jetty on the river. You can see a a rowboat is bobbing up and down as the river swells alongside a small building down there as well. Probably the ferryman's area. As you see and come up, you see Ralph kind of pulls the coach up, and the gates ahead of you are closed. See Ralph, well, we're here! And he kind of starts climbing off. I'll go and get the gate open if I can.
Thank you, sir.
He kind of jumps off there. The horses kind of with the thunder that crackles in the distance. You can just see as you place this and you kind of lean out, he's in front of you, walks up to the gate and he starts banging on the gate. Stood there, he's got a hat on, but he's absolutely getting soaked. You're staying in the coach at the moment where it is dry. I wouldn't say warm, but it's pleasant.
What time of day would it be now?
You are looking early evening. It is dark with the rain and the storm that is roaming over this area. But you have been travelling all day, and now you kind of stopped, and the coach has stopped bouncing up and down the road. You kind of, the bruises in your backs and your bottoms become more noticeable. Oh, yes.
I need to stretch my legs.
Yes. But it's raining outside, so yeah. You can see Ralph bangs on there. He kind of looks, they're not answering.
Shouldn't there be somebody on the gate?
Bad omen. I mean, it's barely evening time. They should be open.
Well, as you rounded the corner, you saw lights in the upper rooms and the upper windows, which are above the gates. The gate's about 6 foot high, and the walls are about 6 foot high.
Coachman, did you mention that you have the son of Baron Barhold with you?
Baron?
Baron Barhold! Yeah, surely they'll open the gates.
Well, there's no one there. It's locked.
They knew you were coming.
Can't we go around the back and their back way to get in? Surely.
If only we had a horn.
There's a gate round the corner. That comes from the ferry wharf. But it's a bit slippery down there. Kind of bangs on again.
Well, tread carefully.
Can we still hear the horn?
No, you can't. The horn is... No, the rain is...
Okay.
Coming down heavier, lightning and thunder, but you kind of outraced the sounds of the horn.
So we can see lights on upstairs. We can't see the downstairs because of the wall. Is there a fire? Is there a fire lit? Can we see any smoke coming from a chimney?
Yes, there is smoke coming out of the chimney. And you can smell food as well. You can smell some sort of stew or something.
Bang on the gate. Maybe they hear that.
You're getting out and banging on the gate, are you?
Yeah, I'm going to use the butt of my pistol and go...
I think I would like to try to cast my first spell of the session. Of the game.
Oh,
How could go wrong?
Well, open gate.
And no knock spells or anything like that. Don't be silly. It's not 5e.
Okay.
I'm going to cast light on my scythe.
Right. Okay.
I can
Oh, you're just showing off.
Yeah. What you need to do is you need to make a language magic. Actually, just click the lights. That will do the test for you. It basically should do it as an average channeling test. So it should. Yeah, just change the difficulty to average.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to tick the malignant influences yet. So yes, do an average channeling.
That would have gone horribly wrong. Oh no.
Ooh. You
Heretic.
and whisper the words of the spell, and it fizzles and doesn't work. You're only an apprentice. You think you said it wrong. You think you said it right.
It's rain. It's.
I don't know. I think I'm kind of getting it there. I know it was just on the tip of my tongue.
Oh.
I think you're tired, Cletus.
As you continue the incantation, you're casting up your staff, were you?
Yes.
As you continue the incantation, the staff lights up the tip of it as you put this light globe on there. And it overcasts, so it's quite bright initially, but it kind of big flash and then settles down to lighting the area. And it casts as much light as a decent illumination of a lantern, but it doesn't go out with the rain or anything along those lines.
Yeah, I think I'll try to climb up on the carriage to get a little bit height and scream out there, "Oh there! Oh there!
Okay.
The son of a baron! Open the gates!" So,
I am going to require, because it is raining, and normally if it wasn't raining and wet, you would get out this very, very easy, but I want you to make an average athletics test, please. I need to make sure you don't fall. And the rest of you see, with the skill of a much more agile man than his slow step normally provide, as you climb upon the carriage. And you can see now above the gate, you can see a small inn inside. You can also see a coach house area to store a coach overnight out of the rain. You can see stables in there. You can see the inn door closed, but you can see light coming from 3 windows from the main common room of the tavern.
And how many orcs can you see?
There are no orcs, goblins, creatures of foulness you can see,
Yet.
but you cannot see anyone in there either. Everyone seems to be either inside. There's no one in the courtyard yet.
Maybe they're having an early night and they're getting ready to go to bed.
Possibly.
But there should be somebody on the gate. This is.
There should be someone on the gate.
Just bad business.
Very bad business.
We're paying
Not-
customers.
Exactly.
I wonder if they heard the horn, what we heard, and they got scared.
Can you do me a favour, Else? Can you just put your hands against the wall here, and then can I climb up her to get over onto the wall?
Ralph, same as Ralph, are you?
No, not Ralph.
Oh,
Else. She's gone up to the... No, Elsie.
Oh, yes, she was.
So I'll use her as a climbing frame to get up the wall.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Again, because it is wet.
I'm looking at him with it.
I'll try not to stand on your head.
I'll
I
provide the
just
light.
bonked your head.
Angle the light for you.
I'm going to let
I can't give her a foot up.
Again, normally this would be no issue, but I am going to make you make an average athletics test. If you can scale over the gates and into the courtyard.
I'm sure Elsie will catch me if I fall.
And have
Athletics.
to land on your head.
Yes.
Land on my head, please.
Athletics.
Got a headache from banging your head.
Did you say average? Yeah.
Average, yes. So it's a plus 20, so it's not too difficult.
Yeah, but I'm rolling. Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Not
You managed to easily skip over the wall, jumping down the other side into the courtyard.
nobody there on the gate. No.
Nobody there on the gate. Can I have Gunnar? Can you please make a challenging perception test, please?
Fingers crossed.
Close enough. +0, -0, success limits. As you see these fine individuals messing around, climbing over the fence with Clotus holding his staff, which is lit up, your attention is drawn to the little ferry house, which is just maybe 10, 15 yards away on the edge of the river. Heard something there, a clanging sound.
I like the winch or chains going.
Just something that he wasn't expecting to hear.
How far away is that from where we are at the gate?
It's about 15 yards away from me.
Okay, so I heard something over there. I'm going to investigate.
Okay.
The ferry
You
house.
can see at this point, Sally has kind of now jumped or climbed and jumped over the other side, and Elsie is there with dirty hands now because Sally's boots were, of course, muddy.
I was wearing gloves.
Yeah, you've got
Well-
footprints all over your back as a clown.
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you, you messy little beggar.
And with that, we shall take our first advert break of the evening because it's about time.
Okay. We get back to our little tale. Gunnar, you grab your axe, I'm sure,
Yeah.
and you march down the trail. And it is a bit slippery. It's a dirt road that leads down to the river. You can see there is a wharf. You can see there is a large boat-like raft. And you can see there is a small little hut there. As you march down, you can see the raft is moving slightly. And you can see the door to the ferryman's building. The door is open. And the sounds you heard was the ropes loose. So you can see it's a pulley system on here going across the river. Normally the ropes under the water, but you can see some of the ropes are loose, and the boat or the ferry itself is only just staying attached to this side of the river. You see the door is opened, and as you kind of glance in, there's definite signs of a struggle. Furniture's overturned, and there's no sign of a ferry keeper there. As you look deeper and look around, can I just get a challenging perception test from you, please? Okay.
No.
You can see there is some blood on the floor just inside the doorway. But there are lots of puddled, watery mud outside. And as you kind of step in, looking around. You can see this small hut, and it's basically got a little bed, single bed, a little side table. There is some sort of stove, wood stove. There's a small pile of wood. Looks like the stove is used to heat this little hut as well. There's a small half table and a single chair there, and there's clothes strewn all over the place. As you look, you can see on the bedside table there is a small money pouch. What are you doing?
There's been a murder.
But there's no body, no evidence of murder, bar the blood.
Nosebleed.
Yeah. Yeah, the world's worst nosebleed.
It's always a possibility.
I'm no thief, so I'm gonna, I don't know, see this. Oh, what could I use? I'm just trying for like the ferry thing. It just sounds like it's just coming loose.
Yes, as you kind of...
It doesn't sound like someone's actually using it.
No, as you turn and head out and look at it, you can see some of the ropes have been chopped, and one of the pulley systems on the side of the river, which go into the ground, look like they've been partially smashed. A definite sort of... Yeah, it looks like the metalwork is bent and broken a little bit, and the rope is hanging off.
It might be sabotaged.
It definitely looks like the boat, probably the raft. If someone tries to use it, it may get washed downstream. You can see rope there. You might be able to secure it if you wanted to secure it. Otherwise, you're pretty certain
to secure it. I mean, I'm not very good at it, but I was tempted to try like outdoor survival to see.
No, it's all right. You can.
I can look around for like any footprints or anything, like any info on what happened to the.
You can't.
Ferryman.
Quick look around as you're scanning around and what you do. You cannot see any footprints. You failed a test for that. But yeah, you grab hold of the rope and just pull and tie the raft up, securing it somewhat. But yeah. Let's leave you there for a moment and return to Sally, Elsie, and Cloytus. Sally, you kind of landed on the other side, in the classic ready for action. You can see there's stables and there is a shed to put a coach in. You can see that the shed for putting the coach shed is basically open, and there's no coaches in there. It looks like there's no other coaches due down here this time, so possibly space for Ralph's coach if you can get in. But you can see that the gate to the outside is bolted shut.
So can I unbolt it then so they can?
Yep, you can unbolt him.
So are the lights downstairs? Can I see downstairs lights in the?
You can see the windows for downstairs. There's light shining through them, but curtains are closed. You can also hear some. How can I put it? Some laughter. And some joy coming from the inn itself, and there is smoke coming out of the chimney.
I probably think, everything's all right. They're probably having a party. They're just being merry, but it's probably some bandits that are celebrating and enjoying themselves.
It does sound like, there is there's people inside, and they seem to be having a little bit of.
Oh, we'll go and join them shortly. So yeah, I'll unbolt the gate.
You unbolt the gate, and Ralph's there, and Elsie. Oh, that's good. Elsie, Clotus and Sally, let's all have a challenging perception test from you.
All right.
See how aware of your surroundings you are. Well, there's a mixed bag there. Clotus, you are more concerned with shining your light around, and you see that it's just a clear courtyard. You can see there is a small building straight ahead of you to put the coach in. But for Sally and Elsie, you are kind of glancing around, and kind of the hackles on the back of your necks come up. You hear from the stables, which is just beyond the tavern entrance. You can hear horses neighing in distress, and you hear a hooved foot clattering and banging against the wood of the stables, and you know that in this sort of coaching in, even with, there should be someone out here to come and take care of the horses. You see, Ralph kind of looks, well, let's get these gates open. Where's the stable boy then? He should be coming out. And he kind of just opens the gates fully, crushing the gates fully open. And he starts moving towards getting his, going back to his coach and the horses and bringing them into the courtyard. What are you guys doing?
Something is... Oh,
No, go on.
something is terribly wrong here. Terribly wrong. And the noises what I'm hearing is not particularly good.
You can also hear sounds of laughter and cheer from within the tavern. But the noises from the horses seem to
That's
kind of
draining them out,
bring out more. And I see the rain slightly starts to ease up just a little bit, but still coming down. Thunder occasionally crackles and lightning occasionally flashes across.
Do I have my sword on my person, or is that stowed up on the wagon?
I would imagine that you can go and get it because he's bringing the wagon, but it would have been stowed on the wagon because.
Well, that's what I'll go and do. As he's returning to the coach, I'll follow behind and just up on top and get my sword.
I'm pretty sure that it's just the case that the stable boy is likely in the stable now, tending to the horse, and doesn't realize there are other people here. That's the only explanation why nobody came to open the gate. So I'm going to head towards the stable where they house the carriages, and I'm going to bang on the door and open it up and call
the door where the carriage stalls overnight is open. There's no light on in there, but it is open.
Okay, and where would the horses be staying? Is that a different stable area?
A stable area.
So that's where I'll be heading, because that's where the stable boy is probably now.
Okay.
That's where I was going to go with the stables, because that's where I heard the most commotion.
Okay, so
Be on your guard, Clotus.
yeah, you've probably only got your pistols, your pistol with you. But you do have two pistols. So what we'll say, your sword would have been on the top, and you've got a dagger. So let us say that your sword is not equipped. You've got a dagger equipped, because you're going to have a certain amount of weapons equipped. We'll say you've got a dagger and one of your pistols equipped. And the pistol will be in your offhand or your primary hand?
Offhand.
Offhand, okay.
Yep.
It's easy to miss. Right. So, Clotus and Elsie, you kind of head across the courtyard. And yes, you can also see that the doors as you pass them to the tavern You can see light through them, but the curtains are drawn, the door is closed, and you do hear the sounds of merriment coming from within. But you pass that door and head over to the stables, and you can see the horses. There's 2 horses in there, and they're kind of moving and neighing, banging against the side of the stable itself, kicking the gate to their stalls. And you kind of just open the door to the stables. You can see there is a light on here, a lantern is lit. You can see there are 3 stalls, some hay, a table with some tack on it, and you can see there's a ladder going up to a hayloft above the stables themselves.
You cast that magic. Oh, sorry.
But you can see the animals are restless.
Stable boy, come out. Where are you? Are you in here? He better not be drinking in the tavern where there are obviously horses that are jittery and can I?
This is wrong, Cloytus.
Wrong how? These are just probably untended horses, been untended for too long, and I'm gonna go inside and see if I can see through the stalls what the conditions are of the horses. If there's any obvious reason that I could tell that these horses are,
the horses seem in distress. You kind of go to one of them. Now, you can either make an average animal training horse skill roll or a challenging charmed animal roll to see if you can settle them down.
Okay. I have to see if I have either. Okay, well, a charm animal is one that everybody has, but the other one is a
advanced skill, so you probably haven't got it.
Yeah. Okay. It was all right. So
has Elsie got animal training horses?
I can't see it.
It'll be on the right hand side if you've got it. No.
I've got charm animal. That's it.
No. Okay.
Okay.
Should I try?
No. You've got one trying. All right. You can see that Cloytus kind of opens the gate to the individual stall and tries to go out, and it tries to calm the animal down, and the horse rears its legs up, kicks out towards you. Cloytus, I'm going to need you to make a average dodge test to leap out of the way.
Okay.
Killed by a horse in the first session.
Oddly enough, it wouldn't be the worst way that I had.
Who?
Fortunately, you just dive out the way. And I also am going to have, just because it's fair, there's 2 of you there, I need Elsie to make an average now. So click average, dodge test, please. So when you click the skill, it opens up a box, change it from challenging to average.
Wow.
All these great rolls. The gods are with you. The horse bolts out. The other one smashes through the hit stall and bolts out. Both of you kind of sidestep, duck. And unfortunately, you kind of step without stepping in the amount of horse shit that is on the stable ground that shows that it doesn't look like it's been tended to a while. As the horses both head out of the stables, and Sally, you kind of just grabbing your sword, and suddenly there are 2 horses charging towards you through the gates.
Well, that's not right.
Can I have you make an average dodge test, please? I'm sure you've got this. I've got absolute faith in you that you're.
Oh yeah, average.
Average, yes. You get a bonus. It's easy. How hard can it be?
Run over by a horse. And I'm good with horses. Not on this day. I didn't see it coming.
Well, I mean, you could spend one of your lovely fortune points to
I might.
to re-roll that one if you want to.
So how do we do that?
So you right-click the result, and it brings up a box, and you say use a fortune point to re-roll.
Yeah. Use a fortune point to add +1 S.
No, not that one, because
Just the one above it.
the one above it that re-rolls it. If you only needed, say, one success level, and you rolled as +0 or -0,
Still fair.
you could have just used that.
Marginal.
Well, I mean, you could, if you wanted to,
Jump on it. Right.
praise the darkness and take a dark deal to re-roll again, but you'll get a corruption point.
No, I'll take the hit.
You'll take the hits.
Take the hit from a running horse.
And take the hit from a running horse.
If it kills you, it'll be too late to take the corruption.
I'm used to getting run over by horses. It's fine. Crush. Up against
Okay.
the wagon.
Let's have a look, because that has kind of yes. Now, well, this sort of thing, we'll kind of look at things individually. Oh, I have a critical error on my forge. 2 seconds. Let me come back in. Hopefully this should be changed when I start using Squire. Okay, so it is 13 points of damage that you have taken, but this is modified by your toughness and by your armor. Now in combat, these sort of things are dealt with automatically. But in these sort of fun times where we have little issues. So, do you have any armor on your legs?
Where will I find that? Trapping?
You do. In your combat tab, it tells you actually have 1 point of armor on your legs.
Oh, yeah.
You also have a toughness of 43. So we can knock 5 off of that 13 points. And we are going to make your wounds go down from 15 by a total of 8, because your toughness and your armor takes some of that. So
wounds, where
you are knocked to the ground, and these 2 charging horses clatter into your. You feel horseshoes bruise and cut through your legs. You're kind of walking back now up from the ferry house. You suddenly see your dear friend Sally get charged and knocked over by 2 horses that come tearing out of the yard from the Hooded Man Tavern. And you can see that Sally is knocked onto her backside, and the horses clatter all over her, and you hear her cry out in pain. And they go tearing off. So Elsie and Lotus, you kind of looking out through the doorway, and you just see the horses go clattering toward the gate, past the coach that is in the doorway. You see Ralph struggles to get his horses
under control as these two horses go past the coach, and you hear a stamp and a cry out from Sally.
It's okay. I'm pretty sure they closed the main gate to this place, so horses will just mull about there. They're probably restless because they haven't exercised in a bit.
As you feel or see and kind of hear the crunching of body parts as the horse clatters into your friend.
What was that noise, Cletus? You hear that bang? That didn't sound right. That hit something. Then whatever that hit something. Did you hear that?
One of your firearms go off prematurely?
No. That sounded like, I don't know. Someone's crying. Well, it sounds like.
At that point, Cletus, you feel water dripping upon your head from above as you are picking yourself up off the ground. Looking up, you are above the trap door to the stable area, the hayloft above. The ladder is there, and the dripping comes from the trap door.
Well,
and you can see blood on the ladder, smeared with
good.
blood.
I think we have, Elsie, we have bigger problems than some noise in the yard. I think somebody might be hurt up there. I mean, it's the blood going up there. Up there, hello, in the loft. Are you okay? We're coming up. We can help you. Apparently we can help you. Answer?
Everything is suspicious, Cletus. I gathered this from the start here. Listen to me, please.
Do you feel the forces of chaos in this area?
No, it doesn't feel right. If the heresy is not great. It's there's something dark, and it might be me, but I just don't feel right. It's not good.
Well, if it is something dark, we must take care of it in the name of the Empire. How about you aim your pistols up there while I open the trap door? If something foul comes out, try to hit that instead of me.
Are you saying I'm not a good shot, Cletus?
No, I'm just saying aim and direct. You're an excellent markswoman person. Witch.
Indeed,
excellent
I
marks
will.
witch.
Mark Switch. That's a new one, Cletus. That's a new one.
I will carefully climb above, and I will knock on the trap door and kind of open it. But it opens up, I'm sure, so I'll be able to feel if there's any weight on it.
Oh yes, you will be. Yep. There is no weight on it. No, you're okay.
No. Looks to be that it swings open pretty easily. And I guess my staff still has the light on it, so
yes, it's all lit up. And you can see you are now up in the hayloft through this trapdoor. You can see more blood scattered around. You can see something just a bit further in amongst some loose hay from an opened bale.
Elsie, I think there might be a body up here. There must be something. The blood is leading that way. You can come on up. There doesn't seem to be any immediate danger at this point. I'll go investigate that form near the hay, the bales of hay. And I approach.
Okay, so he disappears through the trapdoor. As you kind of now get to full height, you can see at the back, beyond the body, you can see there is an open window and rain starting to, shove in, and some of the hay at that end is getting wet. But light shines upon the body of the stable boy from his There is blood on him, and it looks like parts of his body have had bites taken out of them. You can see that the back of his head has been caked in. There's blood and brain matter and everything there.
Elsie, you were right. We should leave this place now.
Yeah, I think you should make a hasty retreat from down there. Oh, up there, sorry. Just I'll cover you. Just get down there and we leave this place. Where are the others?
Do you need to see the body? Do you need to know what it was that did this? Maybe you'll know by the bite marks.
Yeah, I'll be up there in a minute. I'm conflicted because I'm worried about our two other friends as well. I'll be up there in a moment.
At that point, the through the open window at the top, you see that.
Well, let me get into.
Juicy.
Wow.
I don't know if you can show it to the stream, Jake.
Yes, it's. Is that similar to what we saw approaching us? Not really. We had something.
No,
I believe.
this is. It's a man wearing clothes. There's a breastplate covering his chest. There's pustules on his head. But probably the most scary thing, that out of his back, there are 8 arachnid legs that he is using to cling on to the outside of there. He's got 2 hands and 2 arms, and in his one of his hands is a club caked in blood.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, that could well be exactly what it is. And he comes leaping through this window. His mouth has been changed, mutated, a mutant of some description. There's spider features in his mouth, his teeth, his eyes are green, human-looking eyes, but the rest of his body is, a mutant, corrupted by the terrible, terrible chaos that is in this world. And he kind of...
Elsie, I found it! I found what it is!
I'm climbing up the ladder.
Okay. Let's deal with let's now deal with this situation, because well, you could be in just a little bit of trouble, but I'm sure that everything will work out perfectly fine.
It's 2v1. They've got this.
They've got this easy.
He's got his magic light and everything.
He has, yeah. Do you see that? Right. Let's go back to the landing page and away from the map. Theoretically, you can see the token there. You can see the token there.
Yes.
We are going to toggle the combat status, and we are going to re-roll initiative. So, Cloytus, you get the jump on this individual. What are you intending on doing? He is coming towards you with a club. You have your staff or scythe, which is what you carry around. It's quite bizarre. It's a nice weapon. And you also have your magic. What is the plan, sir?
I think I want to scare this creature. And I don't know that damage will do the scaring, but I think the magic will. I think with one hand, I'm going to thrust my scythe forward to blind him, to searingly blind him with the light as he's trying to come up through this window. And then with my other hand, I'm going to reach out and I am going to send a dart, a magical dart at him.
Okay.
Hoping...
Okay. So target him first. Yes. Target the token.
Okay. So back here, sorry. Oh, I haven't clicked, but yeah, it doesn't stay on.
Press the T key.
The T key.
Press the hover over him, and there you go.
There we go.
You've got a little dot on there and target him, and around you it should be little icons in the corner. Okay, so
you just want a rolled up newspaper. That's all you need.
Yeah. Okay. So you can literally make your casting text. So click on the dot. It is a challenging test. There is no malignant influence on the.
Okay.
And spell away. Okay. Now, he can try and dodge, but he cannot see this. So this is going to be an unopposed test.
Nice.
Your dart comes flying out of your hands, and you do 6 points of damage to him. He's got toughness, so he takes 3 points of damage applied to him.
Mm-hmm.
And his spider legs now as he's on the ground in front of you. But yeah, that did actually hurt him and cut into his right arm. Now, 1 to 3, that is his club hand. Oh, he's a lefty. He's a lefty. So you've impacted your darts into there, and you can see that. Well, he's kind of put off by the blinding light and the lanced darts coming in. So, Elsie, it is your turn.
Foul beast!
Now, as you are climbing up the ladder, you see the light from Clois's darts go shooting out at something. God, he must be shooting the stable boy, but he's crying about something else. And well, we're going to have it that you just come up and you do have a pistol. So I'm going to let you have a range shot. You've got 2 options. You can either use your action to fully climb up into the loft, or you can fire your black powder pistol. It has been raining outside, so you know the powder could be wet.
Yeah,
but you know there's a shot in there, and you know that once you've fired it, you have to spend some time to reload it. So, are you climbing up or are you shooting?
I'm climbing up because
okay,
it's wet powder, possibly.
Possibly.
Been around a long time.
Yeah. Okay, so your entire action is spent climbing and getting up. Which brings us back down to Cloitus, our young apprentice mage. The darts have flown out. You can see behind you, backup arriving as Elsie climbs through the loft. What are you doing? Your action again.
How close is this creature from me?
Probably within melee range.
All right. Knowing that Elsie is here and soon to arrive, and against my better judgment, I am going to attempt to reach out to this creature and shock it. Now, I believe that will give it a. It will cause it to be. Is it paralyzed for a turn or so, or?
It will get a stunned condition.
Okay, and what does the stunned condition bequeath in this game?
That is a good question. The stunned condition, I believe it gives it, and I'm going to check this because it's been a year since I ran this game. I believe that it gives it a -10 to all its actions and slows it down. So I just want to double check that because, of course, I don't want to sell you guys out. And it tells me I should have had the GM screen out. Conditions. Stunned. You're incapable of taking an action on your turn, but are capable of half your speed. You can defend yourself. And he has to make a challenging endurance test if successful to remove the stun conditions. So yes, you will actually stop him from doing any actions if you succeed.
And I think that is what I need to do to prove to LC that I make a valuable companion and that my magic can indeed be used for the greatness of the Empire. And so that is what I'm going to attempt.
Okay, right. Okay, so.
Now, it does require that I touch the creature.
It does require you touch the creature. So, you reach out and grab hold of him, and let's make your shock roll then, please. So,
that won't do. That is. Is it not?
You have a choice. You have a choice. Did you target the creature in Foundry? No, that's okay.
I did not. Okay, yeah, no, but I failed nevertheless.
You reach hold of it and grab hold of it and whisper the words of your magic spell. And it doesn't work. It does not work at all.
And as I reach out and grab it, I am going, and I realize my magic isn't working. I'm going to proclaim loudly, "Now hear you're under arrest in the name of the Empire." But I'm kind of quakering.
Okay, right. You can see that it brings its club towards you. And
it's going to surrender,
and it's going to strike you down. So
that's it.
I mean,
fair cop.
How bad can it be? So he's going to target you.
On a positive note, re-rolling characters in Warhammer and Foundry is very easy.
It is, yes. Okay.
Gonna.
So you need to target him. So click on the token and press T for target, and then you need to either parry with your weapon. So you would click on your melee weapon two-hand for your scythe to use that to parry it, or you can dodge.
Okay. Sorry, that something happened here. My apologies.
On these skills, you've got.
Sorry, will a parry inflict damage back to it?
Possibly, it could inflict damage. So you would click melee polearm, which is what is used for your scythe, or dodge. So your dodge is 31, your melee polearm is 42. So it's up to you.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna try because I'd like to inflict damage back at it. I could just roll a scythe test in this case, or is it a special?
Just click your weapon, your in your combat tab.
Yeah.
Click on your scythe as if you were doing an attack.
Okay, perfect. One
Okay.
success level. Yeah, one success level.
One, so it's okay. You got it's with his a lack of skills. He got 5 success levels. So you got effectively because he failed his attack roll, and you parried successfully. You actually won by 5 successes.
Thank goodness
So,
I
yes.
have a witness who saw that.
Yes, you have a success as he goes for your right leg, and you just kind of bring your scythe down and you block the attack. Bringing Elsie up. Elsie has her dagger or her pistol.
Dagger.
So again, target the icon and press T for targeting.
Yep.
There you go. And then use your attack roll in your combat tab.
Okay, 2 seconds. Is it challenging?
Everything is challenging unless I say otherwise. Combat's always challenging.
Nice.
Wow.
Blasphemous Phil, get out of here, you damn evil, chaotic demon thing.
Unfortunately, this creature just kind of dodges out of the way as you stab towards its body. And he actually beat you and dodged successfully. So, let's just break away from this at the moment. Gunnar, you head up where Sally has been knocked to the ground, and you can see mud and blood on her trousers and her clothing, as her trousers have been torn and the horses have trampled over her legs. What are you doing?
Well, I'm not happy.
Not like
I'm
that.
here to lend aid because
You can
a
pull
bit of
it,
a soft spot for.
yeah, you kind of put your hand out and
Like,
say,
what are you doing? Trying to headbutt some stupid horses? You stupid girl. And I'll try to help her. Like, I don't know if she can get to her feet. Help her.
okay, yeah, she's hurt, but it's not a critical injury. It's just cuts and bruises, so it will heal over a couple of days. But you know,
I could try a heal check. I suppose.
It's more my pride.
yeah.
I'm
Well, that
good with horses.
could always use for like a slight trimming.
I don't think there's something going on inside. Something's not right. You can tend to my injuries later. I've come back for my sword. Let's go.
And at that point, you hear a clattering of wood upon wood coming from the stables over the far side of the area where the tavern is. And you can still hear revelry and merrymaking going on inside. They don't seem to have heard anything. Maybe it's the thunder, maybe it's the lightning, maybe it's the rain. But whoever's inside doesn't seem to have noticed anything else.
Can I grab Elsie's sword as well?
Yeah, you can pull Elsie's sword out of Elsie's pack, yeah.
The coachman, do you know how to use a sword?
Oh,
You're going to learn, and I'll give him the sword. Right.
it kind of holds it. Oh.
Follow us.
Pointy end goes on the other guy.
Yeah, you stick that in the gut.
I've been given a sword. This is lovely. I've never been given a sword before. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
It's probably like the most expensive thing he's just been given.
It's not to keep. It's not to keep. It's to use. Come on.
Oh,
Dobby is free.
You're not
Dobby
seeing
is
that.
free.
but what?
You're not seeing that sword again. That sword is heading for the front gate.
Okay, yeah. Right, well, I'll follow you. Yeah. And you go charging or running across the ground towards the stable.
Be like, wait till I tell my Merrill, I'm a real adventurer. Look at me.
So as you go running, you can hear some clattering, and there's definitely sounds of fighting coming from within the stable. The stable doors are open. There's no horses in there. Let's go back to our intrepid warriors. I use that term loosely.
You're already with them.
You're getting there. You're getting there. Cloitus, after the terrible attempted stabbing by Elsie, foul beast. The creature is still there, but it's still your go.
Right. Well, seeing as I had last action dodged with both hands on this polearm scythe, I'm not pronouncing it properly. I'm going to continue with that weapon. I'm not going to be concentrating on magic at this point.
Okay.
I'm full on in together, and I'm going to try to bring the weapon to bear to push this thing back. Maybe get him out the window to fall. Something.
Okay. Target him and then make your attack. So again, target over him and press T. That's it. You're getting it now. Nice and easy.
Thank you. Oh, not
well,
good. But
depends on what he does, because if he fails his dodge roll, you could still end up hitting him and doing damage.
I'm not going to count on that with this difference in SL. So, last one of the day.
No, you didn't say it. I rolled, so you can't say it. We'll take that. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
No, that's okay. We're gonna. I'll re-add that to you. I'll tell you what. We'll just take it. You'd actually succeeded and done 11 damage to him. We'll take that one. And let's kind of roll. You slice his, we'll say his left arm, bringing the scythe around. I will refund your fortune point back to you. You bring your scythe around, sever the arm. Club drops, blood slurts out, mixing with the blood that's on the ground, and this foul creature just kind of drops to the ground, and last breath comes out of its body, out of its mouth. And you see the spider legs. And then stop.
For good measure, I'm going to have to take the end of the scythe and stab it into the bum sack.
Oh dear. That's a callback.
You
Frangie.
take the scythe and plunge the blade into its backside. It is a human backside. Once could have been shapely, but now it's been corrupted and mutated. And yes, you slice the scythe into it, and it is dead. And as Gunnar and Sally come into the stables, you kind of see kind of blood just kind of dripping through the ceiling from the hayloft down and dripping down, and a lot of blood seems to soak through in there. And you can see the ladder going up, and there's blood on the ladder. And we'll say probably Sally will be up the ladder. Actually, maybe Gunnar would be up the ladder. Who would be running to get up the ladder first?
Gunnar, because I can hardly walk.
Ah, that's true. You are injured.
Yeah.
Gunnar is there.
Give me a charge.
Yeah, he kind of and get up to the ladder. This could be it. This could be the glorious death you've been waiting for since. And you get up and you can see Cloitus just sticking the scythe into the lower torso of this creature, this foul, horrible thing with skeletal, spider-like facial structure and spider's legs out of its back.
Son of a bitch.
And you can see it's partially blood, and you can see another body there as well.
Well done,
In the name of the
Cloitus.
Empire.
What's he doing to its butt?
That would be kind of weird. It's just sticking scythe in its bum as he comes up. What the?
You just hear from down below, I'm here, I've got my sword, I'm ready. Is there anything for me to know?
No sword.
It's like,
You haven't got a sword.
Is everybody okay?
No,
Oh,
it looks like our stable boy is hurt terminally.
I think that's putting it bluntly, Cloytus, considering we had this spider thing come at us. And well done, sir. You didn't even have to use that blasphemous magic. Well done.
This kill was legal. He was clearly a foul beast of chaos.
I know. I did warn everyone. This is something strange is going on here. So I think we should end whatever's going on here and see what is going on here.
Yeah, I think we should check on the locals. The ferryman was missing as well. Just blood left behind.
Ferryman as well.
Suspicious as a foot.
Can I just kick it? I just want to kick
it's this.
Yeah, you can kick it if you want to, yeah.
Yeah.
Leg
It sounds like they're having a party. Are we going to gate crash?
I mean, it's probably going to be like a cult thing, isn't it, at this point? But let's see what happens.
Do you think there's going to be anybody alive? I suppose we've got to check it's the right thing to do.
You all climb down, and you can see both Elsie and Cloytus. You see that Sally looks a little bit worse for wear. Clothes are a bit muddy and dirty. There's some cuts and torn trousers. She's showing a little bit of leg. It's bruised, but a little bit of leg is being shown. Not right for a lady. But then Sally's not really too much of a lady, you realise. You've seen her drunk.
What's the beard?
Definitely not a lady.
The beard.
Yeah, yeah. And you are free now to head towards the inn if you so wish to.
I would like to get the rest of my weapons from the wagon, please.
Okay, you can see that the Ralph, the coachman, is holding your sword.
You might want to give that to this good lady.
Is this yours? It's a lovely sword.
Thank you very much, sir.
I think I'm going to get the horses stabled. Is the stable boy around? Have you seen him?
Are your horses spooked by the smell of blood? Easily?
Not that much.
Oh, good.
Spiders.
You're fine.
Are they spooked by spiders, by any chance?
Spiders, man spiders, you know.
Spiders? No, spiders are only little, and I mean, there are stories in the woods and the forest that there are some bigger spiders out there, but I ain't never seen anything, so I don't think they're anything true. Yeah, I think it's a total load of rubbish.
Okay, Sir Ralph, if that's your name, Mr. Drybeck, just could you go up there?
Oh, no, sir, madam. Miss? Is it miss or madam? I don't know.
Madam.
Madam? Oh, you got a husband then, have you?
No, I just like being called that.
Oh, you're a little madam then, are you?
Ralph.
Says so much.
Focus.
Oh, sorry. I'm getting the coat sorted out.
No, Ralph, no.
Oh.
Here, I'll pass him my dagger.
Oh, thank you, sir. Give me another weapon.
Miss.
No, sorry, miss. Madam, miss, sir, and sir. Yeah, I've got it now.
Do I look like a man?
Well, you do dress like a man. I mean, that floppy hat's a bit of a, you know...
Do these legs look like a man?
Well, they look better than my wife's, my missus's legs, but, you know...
Anyway, we need your help. The people of the inn...
Her bloody legs are so airy, it's unbelievable.
Like a spider's.
Do you know what? I've heard stories that some of the nobles, right, they take the air off the legs. I ain't never seen it. I mean, how can that happen? Why would they do that? A hairy leg keeps you warm at night.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway.
I feel like I can feel the like life leaving my body while this conversation carries on.
Ralph, you're coming with us. We need your help.
Oh, I need to tap the horse. I don't want the horses to run away. Am I closing the gate?
Yeah,
close the gate.
And
then come back to us. We're going in the inn and we're going to need your help.
Oh, right, okay.
No. If you could care for the horses first. There's no stable boy here now.
Oh,
please
right.
close the gates, care for the horses, get the other two rack in, And
or maybe turn the coach round.
Okay. Well, the horses need to rest. They need some food, so they ain't doing anything else tonight. They're a bit knackered.
They're going to be really knackered if we.
I don't have to lose them to the factories, you know.
They're like dead
I've heard stories about the factories in Eldorf. Blimey. Things they do horses.
Go inside.
All right, well, I'll go and get I've got the dagger. Anything comes in, I'll stab it.
Yeah, you look after yourself.
Yeah.
You've got that knife to protect yourself. Good luck.
He turns and heads back towards the coach and his 4 horses.
What are we doing now? We're just going to go in through the front door.
Let's see if there's a window we can see what we're dealing with.
Surprise!
There's got to be like a way in, like a basement thing, you know, like a cellar where you can go in at the bottom.
Oh, let's just burn it.
You know what it looks like?
Let's just see what we can see first, and then
Okay. As you look, there is a main common room and there is a kitchen area. All have windows. There are 4 windows. 4 windows in the common room and 1 window for the kitchen, but all of them have curtains covering them. You can see there are shadows inside, and you can hear merriment. You can hear tankards being banged against tables. You can smell some stew being cooked. You can smell that from through the doorway, and you can see the smoke coming from the fire. But you can't see exactly what's going on inside because it's dark outside, and there's light inside, but it's kind of covered with curtains.
Can I determine the language they're speaking? Or if they're enjoyment, or can we just hear laughing?
Yeah, you can hear laughing, and
No language.
You hear the occasional Reichspiel, the common tongue of the Empire.
Have you told me about the person that you've killed upstairs in the stable, that he'd got spider legs hanging out of his back?
I don't know, have you?
I know somebody's been killed upstairs, you said, but have you?
I'll fill them in. Some spidery man.
So
Quite interruptus was doing something to his butt.
So we kind of know what to expect then. There's
Defiling the corpse.
Some
official ritual, he said.
Chaos.
Chaos.
Yep.
Chaos.
Right up your street, this, Elsie. So we'll wait here while you go and sort it out.
By myself? I'm good, but I'm not that good. Come on, Dwarf. You want some kills. I know you do, Master Dwarf.
Is there a way in the back of the building?
Are there windows?
There are windows, but as said, they are glass. They are covered with curtains inside. And as you go around, yes, there is a back door, which will go into the kitchen area.
How about
Let's see what we're dealing with.
2 in front, 2 in back. And
then we can cut it into many small pieces.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, who's going with Wizard?
Basil was with Cloytus before. I'll stay with him.
Okay.
Keeping on his magic.
So who's going to the front and who's going to the kitchen entrance?
We could get something to eat in the kitchen.
Then I guess that leaves us with the front entrance.
There's a good smell from the stew pot.
I bet there is.
Smells like pork.
Or is
Okay.
Long pork.
Okay.
Well, let's see what we can see.
So, you each go up to the doors, your respective doorways. 2 of you to the front door into the main common room of the tavern. Are you turning the handle and trying to open it?
I will, yeah.
Well, you're at the main one, and we've got Gunnar and Sally at the kitchen.
At the back, yeah.
Okay. Okay. As you kind of turn the handle, you feel the handle turn, but the door is locked, bolted, perhaps.
It's at the front.
That's the front. And as you go to check the back door, the kitchen door, smaller, And yes, that is also bolted and locked.
Oh, they don't want burglars, obviously.
Obviously, yeah. They're, you know. So what's the plan?
Could just go in through a window.
You mighty adventurers, you strong fighters of the Empire, a witch hunter, a soldier, a wizard's apprentice, and a... You're going to knock, eh?
I think you should knock at the back door with your axe, Gunner.
It's the front door. Well, we can knock at the front door. I mean, it's locked. It's nighttime. They're clearly just, making sure that the wind doesn't open the door. Surely there's got to be a logical explanation for all of this. We know what happened outside. There was a creature, but inside, this is just normal sounds of merriment. I don't think they're even aware of what happened out there. And I'll knock on the door. Hello in there. Hello. Guests. Guests for the inn.
You bang on the door. The merriment that was going on stops suddenly. You hear sounds of movement, chairs scraping on wooden floors, bottles clinking. And a few moments go past, and you hear the bolt on the inside of the door unlocking. And the door opens, and you can see this enormously fat, bald man stood there. You can see a dirty apron in front of him, and some sort of towel or cleaning cloth in his hand. Oh, what can I do for you?
You have here Elsie Sigloeb, witch huntress, has come to your inn, and she has discovered creatures most foul here. We will require rooms for the evening, as well as to discuss things with the innkeeper.
I'm the innkeeper. Come in. And he kind of opens the door. You can see that there's a curved bar ahead of you. There are 3 tables, and there's a couple of people in here. There's a warm fire going on, and come on in. Yeah. And sitting next to it, you can see next to the fire, a gentleman looks up. Well, I say gentleman. A man looks up wearing a road warden's uniform. The road wardens patrol the roads of the Empire, keeping the coaches and the traffic as safe as they can.
Road warden, we'll be requiring a word with you as well, and that I'm going to also scream out. Gunnar! Sula! Come to the front!
We're kicking back door in and we're going to charge in and kill everybody inside.
Okay. So, yeah, you do at the back. Gunnar and sort of you see, or you hear Cloytus and Elsie knock at the door, and then you hear conversations going on as you are again just trying the door, and you can see it's definitely bolted, and yeah, you're gonna have to try and break in if you want to break in, unless one of you can pick the lock.
He can pick it with his axe.
Okay, yeah, he can pick it with his axe, yeah.
What do you think, Gunnar?
Shoulder barge.
It's a good day to die.
Don't toss the dwarf.
I could tell you, I could toss you through the window.
Elsie wants to toss off the dwarf. Not good.
Yeah, I could try force the door and just...
I've heard of interracial in Warhammer. That's ridiculous.
I mean,
sorry.
Have they got like a cat flap? Maybe we could fit through that.
There's no...
I mean, there's a cat flap. You'll fit through it.
Oh,
Those ears in.
Actually, I think a woman would more likely fit through a cat flap than a dwarf.
Quite, yeah. Dwarves are just walking squares. They don't fit through anything.
Yeah.
Well, as you are, contemplating and deciding who's gonna break the door, and you hear Clotus calling you round to the front.
Oh, it sounds like they're in.
They've given the game away.
Yeah. Be on your guard, though. It could be a trap.
Road Warden, you're meant to be protecting these roads, aren't you? Yes?
He kind of stands up, and his uniform is a little bit dirty, worn, as if he's been on the road all day. He kind of holds his hand out. Name's Hans Ingrist.
Can I just bring your attention to? I'm going to try and put my hand around him outside and up that ladder, and I say, "Can I bring your attention to this over here, please, and see if you've been doing your job properly?"
Oh, he kind of just steps away from you. He kind of looks at you. You've got weapons out. Do you have? Yeah, you have. You had your weapons out.
Yeah, I've got my weapons.
You've got a bald-headed wizard's apprentice with a scythe, looking much like death. You've got you with your sword and your pistol. Now, but just calm down. Oh, you're coming in here with your tools all out. We heard there was bandits in the area, so we closed up everything. Weren't expecting a coach in tonight. See, there are a couple of people, but they're all kind of keeping their heads down as if not, trying to keep themselves to themselves. No one looks like travelers. They all look like villagers or common peasants with their clothing, not as fine as some of your clothing, which is far better. Oh, sit by the fire.
There's a foul stench in the air this evening.
Otto, get these fine travellers some ale. Yeah. You see this? He is obesely fat, and this apron. It may have fitted him years ago, but he's grown, and the apron didn't grow with him. And he kind of stomps over towards the bar, kind of lifts up the thing, and you can see there's a bang from behind the bar, and this is when Gunnar and Sully get to the door, and you can see it's open and welcoming. There's a few people in here, maybe 4 or 5 people in here. You can see that Elsie and Clotus stood talking to a road warden, and you can see this, probably the fattest individual you have ever seen. I mean, how a peasant got this fat, it's unbelievable. He's obesely fat. Walking over to the bar, and he kind of pulls some tankards out and starts filling tankards with ale. Also, these are beyond my tab.
I take it you've not told them the stable boy's dead.
Stable boy's dead?
I was getting to that.
There's been a murder. There's a chaos mutants are on the prowl, and they've killed the stable boy.
Well, we heard there was some trouble out. That's why we bolted the gates.
Yeah, we found that quite hard to get in because you'd bolted the gates.
And there's no gate guard. Sorry.
Well, it's raining. I mean, Gunter was taking a leak, if you know what I mean.
Who was the boy? Who did he belong to?
Oh, that's Hans.
Was.
Also, she didn't extend your invitation to the ferryman.
Ferryman?
Oh,
He's gone.
Ferryman's dead as well. Or missing.
He's gone.
Missing.
I haven't seen the ferryman. Old Max, wasn't it? Huh. I mean, I'm travelling here tonight. I was staying. I put my horse in the stables.
Maybe
Hey.
we should go and check the ferry, because We don't know if it's the same person that's killed the stable boy that's killed the ferryman or two.
Well,
ferryman.
Did you want to have your drink first, or I mean, you can see this large barman has brought over four ales. Oh, I suppose we better drink later and go and check the ferry house then. Right, if you right, everybody, it looks like there's some trouble. So how did you get in then?
Oh yeah, got over the wall.
You climbed the walls. You're not allowed to do that, you know.
Find me.
Oh, I could do. Oh.
Do it.
Can I fine you for not having control of your horses that ran me over?
Well, my horse was in the stable.
Yes, they were.
Was.
Who let them out of the stable then?
Maybe the creature that killed the stable boy.
Well, hang on. You said Hans the stable boy's dead, and the ferryman's gone. Well, we better go and have a look at. Go and have a look, haven't we?
I'll be out shortly. I need to attend to my wounds.
I've got some skills. He kind of pulls and there's a haversack type thing, and he kind of pulls some dirty bandages.
I'll be fine.
I can quite happily help you.
No, it's okay. I'll attend to my own wounds.
All right. Well, who's gonna show me? We're gonna go to the stable first, or the ferry house?
Stable. We're going to go to the stable. You're going to be able to see what it is that did the foul deal to both the stable boy and the ferryman, who shall from now on no longer be paid.
Oh, I don't think he got paid anyway. I think it's just board and lodgings.
I was talking about the ferryman.
Oh, the ferryman. Well, it's too. The river's too foul to get across tonight. You know it's been raining, don't you?
There's a foul stench of chaos in the air this evening.
He kind of looks at you. Oh.
You don't trust me? Go look and see.
Oh. Well, you lead on. Show me where it is. Kind of reaches down and grabs a sword and puts it in a scabbard. Right. I'll get me hat. And he kind of walks to the doorway and grabs his hat. Yeah.
Just imagine if it was easy for a soldier of the Empire to climb your walls. How easy could it have been for something like this? Presenting the eight-legged spider creature.
You're not out there yet. He's got his hat. Hang on. How do I know that you lot aren't in league or whatever you say killed the stable boy?
Do you know what I am?
Because the bite marks on the stable boy clearly didn't come from any of our maws.
Well, you're the prettiest man I've seen in a while.
Oh, thank you.
But they're not. Oh, I was talking to her.
Oh.
You. In fact, he kind of looks at you and looks over at the bar, the innkeeper. Oh, God, your head's almost as shiny as Otto's is. That's some funny robes you got on there. You're not some charlatan, are you?
Oh, no, not at all. I am the son of a baron, so I would mind your tongue around me.
Oh, all right, my lord. Yeah, right, yeah. Well, let's go to the then. Oh, lead on.
I will lead on.
Is your scythe still bathing the place in light, or have you cancelled the spell?
No, I haven't cancelled it yet. I think it's good to have. It's 86 minutes from when first casting, yeah. So you'll decide when. But yes, I'm not going to extinguish a sign of my power. I'm going to let it go out naturally, or maybe a minute before go. Light stop.
Well, You lead him out. So, Sully, you're staying in here. You can see the barman has Hans, the road warden, heads out. You see this big, bulbous innkeeper just kind of puts down an ale in front of you. Will that help?
It may do. Do you have any wine?
Wine.
Not now! Not now! Let's get him out of here! Let me...
And I'm going to remove what's left of my trousers in front
There's a few of it. You can't do that here.
Already done it, sir. And then I'm going to sit down, and then I'm going to try and patch my legs up.
It's not that kind of inn, you know.
I think I'll have a look. I think we had some wine. Oh, we had a wine delivery. I think it was 3 years ago now.
Oh, it should be just right. Some red.
Red? Red what?
Wine.
No red here. Oh! Wine.
Wine.
Red wine?
You're all whining.
Some wine.
Oh. I'll go and have a look behind the bar, see if the bottle's still there. But the ale's pretty good. I don't water it down here, you know.
So,
And he kind of almost rolls off the layers of fat kind of as he stumbles back to the leaving the three of you, heading out with Hans to the stable. So what is this creature then? You said what? The boy?
You're up the ladder.
Road Warden, how many of your fellow Road Wardens are traveling with you?
Well, I'm on my own tonight.
Oh, that's not good news.
Well,
up this way.
My partner, he's kind of just stopped to visit his wife, if you know what I mean.
I see.
You know, he likes a bit of, how's your father?
Thank you very much. He's a baron, you know.
No, he's not. He's a road warden. His wife is... She's the ugliest damn woman I've ever seen.
Well, love is blind.
I mean, the hair on her face is like a beard. Very weird. Anyway, you get over to the stables. Well, there's a lot of blood here.
Quite.
So where is the incident?
We're gonna go to the loft.
And starts climbing up the loft. Oh, are you following him up, or?
Yep.
Are you all following him up, or just one of you? Or
I guess.
I don't think we all need to be up there.
No, we don't all need to be up there. Most likely cave in.
So Cletus goes up, and you can see. You're right. There's a body here. It's the boy. Oh, I don't see anything.
Right. Do you see the bite marks on the boy?
He kind of looks down. It looks like his head's been caved in. Oh, there's some funny marks there.
Elsie, do you want to come up here, please?
There's no other body up here, by the way, just the boys.
Yes, I've got that. So, Elsie, come join us, please. I want to discuss the odd marks that we found on the boy and maybe correlate it to certain creatures you've seen in the past.
Okay, Cletus.
Hey, you climb up.
Is Enforcer Elsie Seaglobe.
Yep. Yes, so where the
marks on the boy? Let's concentrate on the marks. And it seems like there's an awful lot of blood here for just one boy.
You don't happen to have some sort of blunt weapon on you, do you?
No.
No, but there might be a club here somewhere. Do I see a club with a severed arm by any chance looking around?
Yeah. This
Sorry, then.
See that before?
I know.
I apologize. We may need to repeat that last thing. The internet may have been a little.
Oh, here is the moment. Who else? Jake is a robot.
Everyone.
It's difficult.
It's whatever.
All right, 1 second. Streamers chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go for a quick break while we try to figure out what the internet is doing. It says it passed 5,000 ms ping. I'm not sure what that means, but Lloyd can explain it to me in a moment. Seeing as I think I'm the only one being heard, we'll go for a quick break. I'll be back soon.
Okay, is that better? Is that better?
Yeah,
Hello, yes.
a lot better. Thank you.
Bloody
Oh, wow.
Discord.
Okay, we won't do that then. We will hang. Whatever magic you did is amazing.
I cursed Discord. Yay!
Blasphemous words.
Yes. Foul
Thank goodness
creature of
Lloyd was
chaos.
us, yes.
You free piece of software. We curse you for being free. Okay. Right, what was you saying, Jake? You pointed out the club. Yes, the club is still there.
Is there a hand attached to it?
No, there's not.
That's where the hell's that spot? Where you killed it. Where?
Elsie, we know that with creatures of chaos, once you kill them, their bodies disappear. It's the evil, dare I say, magic. CK?
Oh, okay. 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 All right. Okay. Cloitus. I need you to make me a test. What are we going to make you make a roll on? We need. I think I'm going to let you choose. It's either going to be a charm test or a leadership test. For trying to con this individual. It's a fellowship test. So you can use either one of those basic skills.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think leadership is what I'm going for here. Because I think Elsie will respond better to that.
I don't think it makes much difference, but it's more towards the it's more towards the road warden. But yeah, I think yeah. You're trying to fake out that the fellowship at 23. You could, because you do need a success level. You could use a fortune point to add one success level. And you do have a fortune point left.
Okay.
You don't need to re-roll it, but you can, rather than re-roll, there's an option on there. Use a fortune point to add one success level.
All right.
Well, I have heard that these foul creatures do disappear like that. Yeah. So
You're quite.
he kind of looks down at the boy, kind of picks up his arm. There seems to be some unusual markings on it. You know, I once saw. He's the funniest fellow ever. He was a halfling. And he spoke with a foreign accent. But he was the greatest detective of all time. I can't remember his name, though. He's doing me head in. Do you know?
He got done his head in.
What?
The poor boy. That's a quick.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can sell. I can see. Oh, I can see that his head's been done in. Yes. But you said that this creature of chaos did this.
Yes, it was a malformed creature. It had a disfigured head and 8 spider legs coming out of its torso. Truly an evil creature. This was far beyond anything the Greens would ever look like or come up with.
We haven't seen any greenskins around here in ages. I've got it. It's a funny foreign name. Alphonse Hercule de Gascoigne. He came in here last year. Said he was leaving Ubersright. He said he was the greatest detective ever. Funny little halfling fellow, you know. He would have known exactly what is going on. He would have looked at this and told us exactly what creature. So,
Maybe if we go down to the ferryman, we'll be able to get more information there.
Oh, we'll have to bury the boy in the morning. Can't do it now. It's raining out. We'll fill the water.
Wasn't that creature wearing armor? And if that's wearing armor, and if that was chaos, that armor would still be there. In the club.
Really? You seem to know a lot about that. You're a witch hunter. Well, you've never seen armor on a warrior like that before.
No.
Well, we'll bury the boy in the morning, and we'll and we'll leave you guys there and head back into the inn. And good old Sal has dropped her trousers and is now cleaning her wounds as best she can. You can see behind the bar there's another individual, a tall man. He's got slightly protruding quite bulbous eyes, and he seems to be looking at your legs. And there's a bit of dribble coming down out of his mouth, and he's holding a mop. And he's behind the bar, and he's mopped the same spot for about 3-4 minutes now.
His eyes are on stalks.
Yeah, they're not on stalks, but it's kind of like, you know, if they come out any further looking at your legs.
I should charge.
Yes, you should do. You've heard of ladies that charge.
That kind of inn.
Oh, it's not that kind of inn.
Has he brought any wine? I was thinking maybe about alcohol, and I'll have like a silk handkerchief or something just to try and clean the wound.
Okay, yeah. A bit of spit. You start cleaning the wounds off. You can see the
nice marks.
You see the innkeeper comes back. Oh, I found this. This is a dusty bottle of wine. It's got a Bretonian label on it.
Oh, it'll be.
It looks like it is, but it's so dusty. He's kind of taken the cork out.
Just leave the bottle.
Kind of brings his fingers up. 3 silver, 3 shillings, please.
3 silver. It's
His finest. He kind of looks at it. Well, I don't think it's from around here, so it must be good.
It should be cheap. If it's foreign muck, it should be cheaper. Do I know the value of it? Bretonian wine. You mentioned wine before.
Okay.
Is there a skill to work out what it's worth?
Is Bretonian wine good? You don't speak Bretonian, so you don't really know much about it. It's definitely white wine, not red. I know you prefer red, but it is white wine. Let's have a look. Oh goodness me!
I bet it's good stuff if it's.
It could well be good stuff. Hang on. Booze. Your cheap bottle of crappy wine. You're probably looking 10 brass pennies, which is a half a silver, for the bottle. But it is foreign muck. It's got a Bretonian vineyard and logo on it. So maybe three's it's a little price, but you are out of the towns and out of the cities. So but it doesn't.
How about 2 silver?
Okay. Can you make a haggle check for me, please?
Skills, boom. Haggle. Oof, maybe not. Oh.
It will be an average test, not a challenging test.
It's looking at me smashed up legs. Average. That's a fail, isn't it?
Yeah, but it depends on what he got.
All right.
Two shillings, you said, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, it's dusty, so it's been here a while. Yeah, 2 shillings then.
Oh, thank you, my good man. And I'll pass him the 2.
Okay, yeah. I'll delete the 2 shillings off you.
And I will.
You're down to 5 shillings now. You need more money.
I will uncork. And
He's yeah, okay, yeah. Okay. It's alcohol. Yes.
I've had a bad night.
You've had a bad night.
Deserve a drink, deserve a treat.
Okay. Okay. You've cleaned up your wounds, and you had a big swig of wine out of the bottle. Not very ladylike, but it's, yeah. You like to drink. We can understand that. This is probably not the best place that you've actually drunk it. Can you make a consume alcohol test for me, please? A challenging consume alcohol test. Let's see how this alcohol affects you. Bear in mind you are fatigued and tired.
Well, it looks like I like a drink.
You do like a drink. You've got a decent consume alcohol there.
Challenging, yeah.
Challenging, yes, please.
49. What have I got?
49. 48.
I mean, I've only had a swig.
You had a swig, yeah. It tastes pretty good, and it sends a warm little feeling through your body. And
Like poison.
with that, I think we are going to finish there and pick this up next week.